Some of the men who did enlist were shocked by the bloody horror of war. After a battle outside of Matamoros, I said it right the first time. For example, 50 Americans and 500 Mexicans lay dead or wounded on the field. The screaming and groaning from both sides was terrible to hear. Other new soldiers, sickened and died in miserable, unhealthy conditions, such as the crowded ships that carried them to the front. And still others deserted to the Mexican side for better pay. The conquest of California. A separate war went on in California. Soldiers moved into California by land and sea. One of them was a young naval officer who imagined what would happen when the United States owned this Western territory. Population will flow into the fertile regions of California, he wrote in his diary. Americans in California raided Mexican settlements that had been founded by the Spanish. They stole horses and they declared the territory independent, calling it the Bear Flag Republic. An American naval officer gathered chiefs from the Indian tribes in California and told them, "The country you inhabit no longer belongs to Mexico, but to a mighty nation whose territory extends from the great ocean you have all seen or heard of, the Pacific, to the other great ocean, thousands of miles towards the rising sun, the Atlantic Ocean. Our armies are now in Mexico and will soon conquer the whole country. But you have nothing to fear from us if you do what is right, if you are faithful to your new rulers. You shall watch over we shall watch over you and give you true liberty, but beware of sedition or treason, lawlessness, and all other crimes. For the army which shields can assuredly punish, and it will reach you in your most retired hiding places." Meanwhile, American soldiers advanced westward through New Mexico. They captured the city of Santa Fe without a battle. A few months later, though, Mexicans in the nearby city of Teos revolted against American rule. The revolt was stopped, but some of the rebels escaped to the hills. They carried out occasional attacks, killing Americans, until the U.S. Army killed 150 of, of them in a final battle. In Los Angeles, too, there were great there was a revolt. Mexicans forced the American troops to surrender in 1846. The U.S. military did not recapture Los Angeles until December after a bloody battle. Victory over Mexico. By this time, General Taylor had moved across the Rio Grande and taken Matamoros. His army was marching southward through Mexico. The men were becoming hard to control. Soldiers got drunk and looted Mexican villages. Cases of rape increased. At the same time, sickness and heat were killing the soldiers. Thousands of them died on the march. At Monterrey, they fought another battle with the Mexicans. So many men and horses died in agony that one U.S. officer said that the ground was slippery with foam and blood. The U.S. Navy fired shells on the Mexican coastal city of Veracruz, there we go, killing many civilians. One shell hit a post office, another hit a hospital. After 2 days and 1,300 shells, the city surrendered. An American reporter wrote, "The Mexicans variously estimated their losses at a form at at form 500 to 1,000 killed and wounded, but all agreed that the loss among the soldiers is comparatively small and the destruction among the women and children is very great."